Welcome back. What episode number is this? 12? Welcome back to episode 12. Today is the 13th of April.
Big news, actually.
Oh.
This episode is sponsored
It's not.
by Coors Light.
It's not. Legally, it is not. But in Joe's mind, it is.
I'd like to think it is.
Be prepared for him to say it a lot. Still not a lot of sports going on. It's going to be a pretty unscripted episode, but we're just going to go at it. Try to get her done. And we'll roll the music. All right, so what do you want to start off with, Joe? You want to start off with your sponsorship again? Or?
Yeah, once again, thanks to Coors Light for sponsoring this episode. We really appreciate it.
Not sponsored.
That was so nice of them. Can't thank them enough. Grab
That was one of our original goals, actually. We fucking made it.
Yeah, we made it. Fuck all the haters. People that said we never be shit. Look at us now.
I don't really know who's... We've actually been pretty well received by our friends and family. They encourage
My
us.
dad told me that all the time. You'll never be shit.
Oh, really?
No.
Addressing this or just in life?
life.
Or, oh, okay. Makes a little bit more sense.
I don't know. Start with something and I'll come in. I'll come in heavy.
Well, I mean, we did just get in a... We went back into our debate on the
Big argument.
Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers debate. Concluded that we were not on the same page. Oh, you know what we can talk about? All the new uniforms that have dropped in the NFL. Because who dropped some? The Bucks did.
They were cool, but to me they don't look a lot different.
Yeah, and then the Colts actually changed the uniform very slightly. They announced it.
I haven't seen it.
It's literally you can't tell the difference.
Yeah, the Bucks don't look different.
And then who else was there? Was one other team that did, right? Or they announced that they're going to. Oh, Falcons. Falcons did it. Did you see what the Panthers did?
No.
Funny as shit. So
they paid McCaffrey. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that today. They paid him what is it?
16
a
million
year
a year
for 4. He deserves it. Fucking hey, how's
Hey.
the payday? How's the payday feel?
It's good because now we're sponsored by Coors Light.
But so the Falcons came out in new uniforms. They're okay. You know, they tried to make Matt Ryan look cool, and that is not possible.
Making Matt Ryan look cool is like trying to make your 4th grade math teacher look cool.
I'm pretty sure they did put him in the all white so they could try to do the Matty Ice thing, but no one thinks he's good anymore.
Come on.
So, and they didn't put Todd Gurley in a new uni, which is interesting. But anyway, so their uniforms or whatever, they're new. They are whatever.
They're trying to stay relevant. Holy shit.
And so the Panthers, a division rival, they played over some audio of somebody laughing very hard, and what they did was the whole if you've seen the trend where you look at a computer screen at a video and then you go and open the door and then it's at that event or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So they had the video of the Falcons release, their uniform release. This guy's audio is playing and then someone walks over with the video recording, opens the door, and it's fucking the guy from it's Adam Sandler in what's it called? The Longest Yard. Those uniforms. And the guy starts dying laughing when it happens. It's pretty funny. I'll have to link the video, but it was pretty funny. I think I saw it from Barstool and they said this league, pretty funny shit.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of social media shit going on through sports now, especially now.
Yeah.
And it's fucking funny. It's
honestly
a good time.
I give credit to all the people that are running social media stuff right now because they're actually doing a very good job of staying relevant, playing these historic stuff. What else? Go ahead.
We nowhere near that level. Not even fully dedicated.
We don't have anything to post yet.
No, but I'm saying we don't. This isn't even our job. But we could just stop doing it.
Right. Right.
Fine, but we just like doing it. We keep doing it.
Their
Those
job
people
actually
they
depends
have
on
to
it.
do it, and
and they're making it work.
They're making it. So tip the cap to them.
Absolutely.
Not even a tip the cap portion, but tip the cap to them.
So moving on to the Bucks. Yeah, like you said, I don't think they look that different. I think they missed a huge opportunity.
Our friend Lorenzo.
Yeah, big Bucks fan.
Big Bucks fan. He tweeted out after, and he's like, "No creamsicle," and I'm like, "That would have been fucking."
They missed
sick.
a huge opportunity.
Why did we not get the creamsicle?
And they kind of hinted at it too, leading up.
Yeah.
And I was really expecting it. I was looking forward to it, and they chose not to. I don't understand why.
I know why they didn't.
Why?
Because they're not sponsored by Coors Light. Jesus Christ. Cold, hard, refreshing.
Oh god, that's how this is gonna be.
I've already had about 10 of these things.
No, you haven't. It's
No,
number
it's
2.
only number 2.
It's number
I'm
2.
kidding. I wish it was 10.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they look good though. I will give them that.
I mean, like the creamsicle is like fucking whoa.
They should have done them. They should have done it.
It's out there, but you have.
And they only
You're the
released
Buck.
3 uniforms, right? They didn't
You
do
get
4,
Tom
right?
Brady,
Right?
You get the
Can you
creamsicle.
confirm
Like
that or
I'm at
no?
every fucking
No?
Bucks
Okay.
game ever.
Yeah.
Like you get the Bucks creamsicle Tom.
That
Brady.
jersey would sell like crazy. A creamsicle Tom Brady.
I hate Tom Brady. I don't really hate the Bucks. I don't mind him. I'd like to see him do well, but
That'd be
I
a
would
pretty
buy
s-
that fucker.
That'd be a pretty sick jersey.
Yeah, that's a sick jersey to get.
That'd be iconic, and they missed
Yeah.
out. Maybe they're planning on rolling it out if we ever get to see the season go.
Maybe I don't know.
Maybe, but I don't know. And then the Colts, literally, they changed like 3 things. They changed the little nameplate on the helmet. They changed the font a little bit. They changed the number size on the back of the jersey, so they're much larger.
I'm not a fan of that.
And then they added the swoosh to the
They
shoulder
basically
pad.
hit big text like on Snapchat and just put
Yes, and on the numbers, and then they like changed the color of the swoosh. So like on like one of the blue uniforms, it's like gray, and then there's a white one.
That could look cool.
So it's okay, but it's only right here. So it's very minor, but it's something different, I guess. It was in the news. So yeah, that's the Colts for you, trying to stay relevant.
Yeah. Who is their quarterback? Is it still Jacoby Brissett?
Yeah, we were suspecting
Or no,
them.
I'm sorry. They got Phillip Rivers.
Oh yeah, they signed Phillip.
Fucking
Duh. We were expecting them to do something in free agent, or in the draft, but they traded that first rounder.
Yeah.
To the Niners. And then there was something else I wanted to mention about another
NFL?
sport. No,
I have something, but it is. I hate to see it.
go ahead. We'll go on to hate to see it right now.
You want my? Okay, so.
'Cause I don't know what mine is. So
Okay, so my hate to see. You know, Neymar, soccer player.
yeah.
So he just got a new stepdad.
Oh, I remember my thing, by the way.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He
He
is
has a new
not.
stepdad.
He just got a new stepdad. His mother married someone.
Okay.
Apparently, his father's not in the picture. Whatever. Got a new stepdad who is 22 years old.
Younger than him, right?
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Dude is 22 years old. Looks like a fucking Brazilian Ken doll.
Good looking guy?
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Is that what you mean by that, or?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
perfect skin. Like looks like a fucking model.
Okay.
Like a fucking.
Created in a lab.
Looks like he should be standing outside of Hollister. Wearing
Gotcha.
way too much
Gotcha.
cologne.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I saw a picture when I'm like 22. Like, they looks like a child. And Neymar's
how old is
mom,
mom?
she doesn't look young.
Can we look it up?
Yeah, look at it. I don't know, but I was like, that's fucked. That's like a bet where you're like, yo, I bet I can't fuck your mom, and then the dude does and falls in love with her.
Oh, she's 55.
Oh, it's only 33 years of difference.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Neymar is 28.
I mean, I'm not saying I
Neymar
support
was
it.
in kindergarten
I'm
when
not saying
when his new stepdad was born.
I think that's still a little old.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
That's pre-preschool.
for me, like,
Right?
wow, that's funny, but you fucking you'd hate to see that.
That's interesting.
I saw that. Yeah, no, that was whoa.
Okay. I remember the other thing I wanted to mention. Not at all. I hate to see it.
We'll get to you.
I'll think of something for it. But so I saw it surface again because I think the anniversary of
9/11.
Well, no. So a lot of the talk has been about Kobe again. Unfortunately, you just said 9/11. But
Oh God. Sorry. I apologize for that.
he didn't know what I was gonna say, so it's not his fault. But anyway, so a lot of the talk has been about when he tore his Achilles and then
Yeah, that anniversary was a couple days ago.
yeah. So there was a big talk about it and hit the 2 free throws on a torn Achilles, and apparently some new news surfaced that when he was on the sideline, he was actually trying to pull the tendon up so that he could finish the game because there's like 2 minutes left. So that's not actually even what I'm trying to get
What
at.
a fucking psychopath.
Because then, remember his farewell tour and his last game, he had 60 points, right? On the last 2 free throws. So I've seen this a little while ago when, I think when it was around when he passed, they were talking about it. But there was a reporter that was pointing out something about his point was slightly on the influence of Kobe on younger players in the league, but it was also on the brotherhood and I think he said fraternity of the NBA. And so when Kobe was at the free throw line, he hits the first free throw for 59 points, right? So now he's 1 away from hitting 60 on his final game. Cap it off.
You knew he was gonna hit.
Right.
That's a 10 out of 10 for me.
But so they're playing. I forget what team he was on at the time.
Jazz.
It was Jazz with Gordon Hayward,
Mm-hmm.
and Gordon Hayward's at the top to Kobe's right of the free throw line. And if you look closely, as Kobe goes to take his final shot, Gordon Hayward purposely violates and steps forward.
Did see that, yes.
And the idea of this was that if Kobe missed, he would get another shot at 60.
Yes.
And it's kind of cool because it's like, in one way, if you look at it, like Gordon Hayward's a piece of shit because like he was trying to fuck up Kobe on a 60 shot, like in his head. You could think of it almost as like icing a guy.
No, I don't think.
But I don't think that's how anyone sees it
No.
actually. And like I'm just saying, like in the moment, if like back then, I could have
Yeah,
been
you're
like,
like, what the fuck?
what are you
What are you
doing?
doing, dude?
And like that was when like Hayward was younger and like kind of fresh into the league. Like he
Yeah.
was good, obviously, but I think that's just like really cool. Like credits due where credits due, and it's not even like because he didn't even need to do it because he made the shot, but it's like it's a testament to Kobe, like and the respect that other opposing players had for him to go out on top like that, not with like that little asterisk.
Yeah.
And then also the respect that he didn't even need it, he just fucking drained it. And I don't even know if Kobe knows. Go like that, please.
What?
Go again. All right, it's just gonna have to stay there.
What is it?
I think it's a piece of skin or something. Sunburn,
Ooh.
probably.
I mean, I'm getting dark, people.
Yeah,
I got a new.
It's like right here, but on that side. Hey, you got it.
Yeah, no, I'm getting dark. I'm getting tan.
But going back to that, I just thought it was like I saw it again and it's like hearing it described. It's a really good.
Just the respect
It's really cool.
for that man.
Yeah,
My lord.
and it just reminds you like how much of a bad motherfucker Kobe was. The fact that he just dropped 60 on his fucking way out the door. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to play devil's advocate.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say, and I probably will agree with you. So go ahead.
He took like what 40-something shots.
Yeah, and I mean like
He was chucking shit up.
no one was really guarding him.
Do I think he? What do I want him to go out any other way? No.
Scoring 60 is not.
It's not easy though. It's still the
regardless.
NBA. Like no, 60 points is 6. Like
Yeah.
they could go let me shoot whatever I wanted. I don't think I could drop 60.
In 48 minutes of basketball that you're not playing all 48 minutes of.
No.
And you do have defenders. I mean, I don't think they were guarding him incredibly hard.
But no, it's hard. It's hard to do
Right.
efficiently, I guess, if that's your argument. But no.
So I don't know. I just thought that was really cool.
No, that is cool. That is cool. I saw that. I did not know where you're going when you said it. It made sense.
Finally, I'm not good at that, and I finally did it.
No, you finally did. I do want to bring up one thing because I know we were arguing about completely back to our NFL, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning.
We're really all over here.
Me and Greg were really fucking going at it. Like Greg
really
was
getting into
pissed.
it. I was mad. I was
Greg
heated.
was being a real bitch, but did make me remind me of this. So Sean Nelson apparently watches. Thank you for watching.
Shout out apparently.
Shout out Sean Nelson, wherever you are. I want to make it clear. I was not saying it was crazy or that I cannot possibly see how Aaron Rodgers is on the all-decade team. I just personally don't know why he was. Personally. I would have, and you're probably going to lose your fucking mind.
Are you going on the other guys here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have personally rather taken Peyton Manning, Russell Wilson, or Drew Brees. And that's all I'm saying. I can see how you put Rodgers. It's not like you put fucking... I don't know. It's not like you put RG3 in there. But I don't get how Rodgers made the case for that. Myself, compared to these other people. But that's just what I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say on that. I'm tired of arguing it.
I
Look
do
at the
think it's
stat sheet.
I do think it's a good point to bring up and I will want to talk about Russell Wilson and Drew Brees should be in there. I don't want to go back on this whole Aaron Rodgers and Manning debate. My closing comments on it will be that if you expect Peyton Manning that played only 5 seasons in that decade, granted they were great 5 seasons. It was 6 years, but had the neck injury. But it was a great 5 seasons. If you expect him to be on the all-decades team, I think you should understand why Aaron Rodgers is there after playing
Rodgers
7
hurt
full
3 seasons.
3 of them,
the
then he played
decade.
half, and he was doing good in, I think, 2 of those 3.
So Rodgers, if you learn anything, Rodgers gets hurt 30% of the seasons he plays.
In that decade, apparently, that is statistically significant. But I think if you expect Peyton Manning to be in there on that all-decade team...
school, do you expect to get 70s?
No, that's... Okay, first off, that's C's get degrees. But but you're going to say a 50%...
We're not going back on it. We're not going back on it.
You're right.
All I'm saying, Sean, wherever you are out there, I didn't. If I said it, I don't think I did. I don't think it's insane. I don't hate Rodgers.
What was his comment exactly?
His comment exactly was, I don't get the Rodgers disrespect nowadays. How is it insane that he's on the team? Maybe in my rant I said that's insane. It's not insane, but to me, I wouldn't have put Rodgers in, and that's just my opinion. I could be dead wrong. It's happened once.
Only one time though.
Once, and it was a bad time. But no, I don't get it. But I can totally also see how. Can totally also see how he is on the team. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. I don't agree with it. I'll put it that way.
So moving on from the Manning and Rodgers debate, I do think it is actually very notable to argue that Drew Brees and Russell Wilson should be on there.
I don't think you can have more than 2 quarterbacks though, which is a bitch.
I mean, Brady's hard to say no on because I mean he's got the rings and it's just
shit. I hate Brady, but if you didn't put Brady on, I would be at his back
doesn't make
right
sense.
now. Like, how is Brady not on there?
Right, and then Drew Brees, I can kind of make sense of it. I mean, he went to what, 2 Super Bowls in that span? No, that was that was before the tens.
They beat the Colts in
that was
08?
like 7 or 8. Yeah, that was Katrina, so 8.
Remind me about that. I got a funny story about that actually. It's gonna make me sound like a real piece of shit. I'll tell it because it was actually not that long ago, but I'll tell. But if you want me to tell that now, but I can save it for later.
Just put a pin in it. We'll finish this and then we'll go to that. But so I mean, and then Breeze, like, he doesn't have like the playoff wins or the rings or anything like that, but he's also breaking passing records left and right in this decade. So I think that says something. And then Russell Wilson has, 2 Super Bowl appearances, right? 1 win.
I really thought he had 1 too, but I could be wrong. Who did he... Oh, he lost to the... Should have 2 wins. Who the fuck throws it on the 1-yard line?
Yes.
With Marshawn Lynch in the back.
It's not his fault. Pete Carroll. Bad call, but...
pass interference anyways. But
facts. And Pete Carroll also is on the All-Decade team with Bill Belichick.
Yeah, Pete, what the fuck?
That's the only 2 coaches that made it. But... So I think Russell Wilson should be on there. Drafted in 12.
Yep.
Or his first season was in 12.
Mm-hmm.
So he debuted the same year as Andrew Luck and RG3.
Griffin, third, yep.
And I mean, he's played like fucking animal since he's gotten paid. So I mean, I think you can make the argument for him as well. Can you make an argument for Eli?
I could.
I think you could make an argument for it.
But as we've seen from Sean's comment, I'm a bag of shit. So I don't know.
I don't think I would back it.
I did like the last episode's comments because we had one agreeing with I don't get the Vinatieri McAfee disrespect, and then we had one with the fucking how are you disrespecting Rodgers. So it was lively back and forth, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, yeah, I think it would be interesting if Eli was there or like he was on an honorable mentions list or something. I think that'd be funny, just because it's Eli. It's Eli, but I mean he also does have 2 rings in that span. Like he had a couple good years.
Were they both in the 10 to 20 though?
I think, or they could have been before.
I feel like the Patriot, that fucking helmet catch one.
That might have been early.
I was young.
9?
I was young. 09? Let me look it up here.
I don't know when that was.
I'll just look up the catch, and then that'll tell us when. Fucking 2008. So that was not in the decade.
Okay. Then I guess then he wouldn't make it. I just thought it'd be interesting.
If they were both in the decade, I could make an argument. I guess I can't make an argument now.
No. Okay. Yeah. That's kind of where I was at in that thought process. Is there anyone else you would like to see there? Not necessarily even a quarterback, but just. I said anyone else.
Not realistically. I mean, there's people I think
It really is a hard span to imagine, though, and it's also weird because.
I mean, shit. If we're gonna,
the longevity of careers at
like 10
other
years
positions,
is a long time.
Yeah,
in the NFL.
And like at other positions, that's really kind of a crazy. It's really crazy. Like more than 10 years in any professional sport is crazy, right? Like
these days, any profession with 10 years to me, I'm like, yeah, it's a long time,
right? And so to be on an all-decade team, that's pretty impressive. And then also you got to imagine like it's kind of hard. Like quarterback's probably, I don't want to say the easiest position, but you'd probably be the most common.
I know one thing I would add to the all-decade team: fullback.
how many fullbacks are playing 10 years at a time? I mean, it doesn't have to be 10, but like.
I'm just saying, like, don't disrespect the fullbacks.
Okay. No, I agree with you.
Get them in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, they're Juszczyk, John Kuhn.
Yeah,
They're all great fullbacks.
Yeah, no, you're
There's
right.
not a lot of them.
You're not wrong.
Throw them in. I don't need a flex.
I think that's almost a more credit because there's not a lot. So if like one or two make it on the all-decade team, like that's.
It's not an easy position to get into, but also be effective enough to stay around that long.
Yeah, no, I think that's you're absolutely right.
I mean, I don't think anyone gives a shit about the fullbacks, but don't disrespect them. Juszczyk, we watched him in the Super Bowl. He scored a fucking touchdown.
Difference maker.
Yeah, but
the argument's there.
The argument's
nonetheless. So, all right, continue with your apparently fucked up story.
No, I think it's fucked up looking back. I'm not like
I don't know anything about the story, so I'm curious.
So, we went to Florida. I took a vacation to Florida.
I would assume this is a family vacation, or
no? When I went with our friend, Lorenzo, and our other friend.
Yeah.
So we went to our end destination was Gainesville, Florida. We were going to Florida Auburn this last college football season when it was top 10 matchup.
College game day was there.
College game day was there. It was a great time, but we wanted to travel around the whole South because we'd never been down south and it just seemed like a good place.
Fucking yee.
Yeah, a little bit of that, but no. So we flew. Our friend lives in Alabama, so we flew into Alabama, and that night we'd got a room at this like pretty nice casino in Mississippi. And I'm like, I've never been to Mississippi, so whatever. So we fly in. We drive. So I had worked. Remember, did I work with you? No, I worked with one of our other guys. I worked all night. We flew out of Phoenix, so I went home, showered, got my bag. Our friend was waiting there.
Oh yeah, I almost drove you guys, and then
so we drive to Phoenix, catch the flight. Like I still haven't slept. Fly in. I can't sleep on planes. Like I just can't. There's not a lot of room. I'm pretty tall. Like there's not room for me to sleep. So fly, stop in Dallas, get on our next, because I was like, we'll stop in Dallas, let's get like a drink or something, I'll like wake me up. But no, like we got there and instantly had to get on the other one. So we fly in Alabama, our friend picks us up, and then I was planning on sleeping because it was like a 4-hour drive to where we were going to Mississippi. But like we had just seen our friend for some while, so like, we were talking, so like I didn't want to sleep, so it took maybe like a 20-minute nap in the car. Get to the casino, go to dinner, and then we're gonna gamble. So me and our friend Lorenzo took out, I don't know, $100, $150, something. And like we were playing for a while. We eventually ran our money. Our friend's still winning. Like he's just getting lucky as hell. We were the unluckiest people ever. So we're like, all right, we're not gonna gamble anymore. Like we're just gonna drink, and we'll stand next to you until you lose, and then we'll keep drinking. Like we just want to drink. So we're just trying everything, and then I think eventually we're like, I'll get $40 out again, and I want to play. It's fun. So we've been talking to this dealer. She was a very nice lady, from Mississippi. Huge Bo Nix fan. Or no, not Bo Nix fan. Bo Wallace went to Ole Miss, quarterback a while ago. Anyways, she was a big Saints fan. So I was kind of talking shit to her about the Saints. And then for some fucking stupid reason, I out of nowhere I don't remember how exactly I said it, but I was like, you know what you guys need to win? I'm like, you guys need another fucking hurricane because you guys played like really good after that hurricane. Like, and I was like, and everyone was like, because we're in the South, because we're not in fucking Arizona. Like we're in their home where they just got fucked up, and everyone's just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And I was like, and my friends were like, oh shit, why would you say?
You're probably like, why is no one laughing? That was funny.
No, and then they're like, what? And I was like, all I'm saying is you guys kicked ass after that fucking hurricane. And then she was like, I don't know, like, it's pretty fucked up. And I was like, nah, you'll get over it. I was like, I didn't care at that point. But looking back, I was like, maybe, like, I wouldn't go to a Yankees game, like, you guys need another fucking 9/11. Like, I wouldn't say that. It's not what you say.
Or go to well, you might say this to the Astros fans because they played pretty damn well after the hurricane, but.
No, but I was like, that just reminded me of that story because I basically told them they need another devastating Hurricane Katrina to get the Saints into another Super Bowl. I was fucked up. But it made me laugh, and I was like, I don't know why I said that. But
it's funny.
Knowing me, you know why.
It is funny. I mean, And like the best like way to heal is like to laugh at something.
That's what I mean.
But
It'd been 11 years. I thought they.
I definitely can understand why they would have been sensitive.
We weren't in
to the
Louisiana.
topic.
I figured I was far enough.
It's not, the hurricane didn't just affect Louisiana.
No, I know. I was just like, wow. Looking back, I was like, that was funny as hell. Because she wasn't like, no one there was like that offended. They were just like, what the, what is wrong with this fucking dude?
If that was said by like a famous comedian on like a comedy special on Netflix, funniest joke of the fucking night. Guaranteed.
And I didn't say that. Like, I said it in a way that was like, I was like, dude, that was fucking funny. And my friends were trying not to laugh because they're like, that was not okay to say, but that was fucking funny.
Right.
Like, that was.
Yeah.
And she was cool about it. She was just like, I would say that. And I'm like, fuck it. Like, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
My state. But I was like, it was funny. It just reminded me of it.
I'm not like, I think it's funny. I just
No, it
also
was-
understand why. They
Yeah,
were
no, I get both sides.
not laughing.
Yeah, no, it was. That's the story. I just wanted to put that out there.
Do you think they were more mad that...
Because I
You
was
said that,
shitting
or
on
do-
the Saints the entire time.
I was saying, do you think they're more mad that you said that, or that you're probably right? Because I mean, they have had some pretty shitty luck when it comes to the playoffs.
I
in
think they were
recent
just
years.
mad because I was right.
All right, we'll chalk it up to that one. Oof. All right, well, I guess now could be a good. I know you were saying off camera you had an idea for probably we'd start it next week if we could choose to continue, which it's looking as if we are going to over the
Looking
summer.
like we will.
But we Joe was thinking of if we did like a moments bracket, not necessarily sports, but it might lean that way.
There's
But,
going to be some. There's going to be sports moments, but there's going to be moments that are not.
Yeah, so we'll put them in a bracket, and each week, we'll go down, and it could be from movies, anything pop culture. So you could say
You could say the Miracle on Ice versus
Iron Man snap an Endgame,
right.
like some shit like that, and
Both iconic moments.
and we'll debate it.
Right, and we'll decide which one we think should move on.
Should we do it as in like you have kind of how like so like March Madness bracket? You've got like what your Midwest, your South, East, West, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You could have movies, sports, fucking something else.
So
Should
you
do it
get
that
a
way.
Final Four, and that's when it
I'm
comes
cool
down
with that.
to it. No, I think it'd be fun now. There's no sports going on, nothing really big going on. Just go back and
Yeah, what not that we need to commit to it right now, but like what would say you'd have to pick a sports moment, what would yours be?
like just a great sports moment that I remember.
Yeah, like it's electric. Being in that moment, you would have gotten chills. Cuz I know mine.
I know mine. I don't know. See, I'm gonna have to differentiate from electric to me
Okay.
and electric to people. But like,
No,
for me, like
absolutely.
electric to me was it? Yeah, that Cardinals Packers game we were talking about with Carson Palmer when
That game was
it went
nuts.
into overtime. And you're like, are you fucking? And then Palmer scrambles around and then throws to Larry Fitzgerald.
Other side of the field.
And he runs almost in and then shovels. Like that was insane. That was
That entire game was
chills.
crazy.
Yeah, that was just an insane game. That was chills. But, people watching not in Arizona or not a Cardinals fan, they'd be like, it's just a moment to me.
If you're a football fan, though, that is. I mean, it was
Yeah,
playoff
as a football fan, that was a crazy game.
But I think, as like you said, as a Cardinals fan, like that would mean a lot more to you.
that was
anyway.
that was like, wow, that was a fucking insane moment for me.
That's understandable. That actually brings back. This isn't what I'll get to mine in a second, but like,
But David Freeze, his
Yeah.
playoff for that was
yeah, on the Cardinals,
that was crazy.
what was that game 6 to send it to 7 and they ended
Yeah,
up winning?
he triples to tie it up and then walks it off in extras, I think. Yeah,
When he was in Lamont Inning. No, that I fucking called that home run too. Granted, I was like 8.
You're the good at that.
Yeah.
Remember you called Altuve Rocket fucking chat. I mean, looking back now, they called it too. But
No, yeah, I am slightly notorious for that. Not like that fucking kid that tried to call LeBron. Do you see that shit? It was the anniversary of that shit. LeBron hit that one game winner, and that kid turned on. He's like, game, and then walks out of the camera, and the fucking rest of the family's like faking cheering because he called it. Fucking bullshit. Pisses me off. SportsCenter put it back up. Fake as shit. They replayed it.
SportsCenter's run out of content.
They are. They're doing good, but that pissed me off. Anyway, what you described with the Packers Cardinals, not to like bring this up, and it's probably, I don't know if it'll piss you off or not, but like when
Brett, please.
the Steelers Cardinals game,
man.
that game was insane. Like it was
Insane
so
game.
back and forth.
Did not have 2 feet down. You'll never convince
So
me he had 2
you
feet
have that
down.
moment, but I also think closing the half, that return, the 100 and something yard return, fumble return.
That was good too. Not good, but that was
as a
electric.
moment that was crazy. Like that just
Or like what, 2 or 3 minutes left. That slant over the middle of Larry Fitzgerald breaks the tackle. Gone.
Yeah, like
my
that-
household was going ballistic. We are fucking Super Bowl champions, and then we got fucked by the refs.
that was like one of the first Super Bowls I can remember, and like that is one of the first like football memories I have. Like I remember that, and I'm like, this is cool. I enjoy this. Granted, like Bears in 2006 also early on, but like they lost that. But like Hester returning, the only player to ever return the opening kickoff of Super Bowl, like that moment was fucking electric. Now the moment I'm trying to get at, Cubs won the World Series in 2016. I know that's like easy.
I hate them, but that's electric.
That like I recently since we're in quarantine, I've watched the
moment back on YouTube.
well,
and I'm
like
there's
the
history.
I watched the World Series highlight, like the game 1 through 7. Like walking through that, just as a fan, like game 1, Indians won, and then Cubs won, so we split 1-1. They go back to Wrigley.
Indians should have won that shit. God damn it.
Well, it was really interesting too because like first game Indians took control. Like they played better.
They played
baseball.
like they'd been playing through the entire.
They played better baseball, but then the Cubs had a better game in game 2. Like they just reversed it, flipped the switch. It was even. It literally looked even. Then they had 2 games in Chicago. Indians won both. We're down 3-1. Cubs played like fucking asshole. Like we went down 2-1. I'm like, all right, we can steal another game at home. Haven't won a game in a home World Series game in Wrigley in fucking forever. And then I think it wasn't ever. But and then you go in game 3 and they get fucking shit stomped. Like that was the one game of the entire World Series I didn't finish.
4.
In game 4. Yeah. But third game the Indians won, sorry.
Yeah.
They got shit stomped. The Cubs played like absolute ass. They got fucking dick down. And it was almost heartbreaking because you're like, you have hope, but you're like, this is it. And then I remember saying, because I went over to my friend's house after, like, while the game was ending, because it was like in like 6th or 7th, because I'm like, okay, they're not coming back. This game's gone. Like, it's whatever. And I was kind of like, I didn't want to go because I didn't want to hear them all shit talk me, but it was like, I'm like, listen. I remember saying
They
to one of my
White
buddies-
Sox fans?
Yes, all my friends were White Sox fans. Fucking
All your
pricks.
friends are fags.
But anyway, and I remember saying to one guy, and I'm like, look, I know it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to, but if there's one rotation in baseball that I would have faith in coming back for 3 straight games, it's this one, because we had John Lester coming, and then you have
John Lester's just such an old bastard.
But he was pitching great that year and in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Granted, like he had a couple, like he came in the World Series a little shaky, and then like he had one game where he started off bad and then like pitched really well the rest of the game. But I'm like, you have John Lester pitching game 5, Kyle Hendricks who's on his shit game 6,
Hendricks was good
or
that year.
he was game 7. Sorry, you have Arrieta. And
I fucking
Lester. You have Lester
hate
Arrieta.
Jake Arrieta.
That year, I fucking loved him. He was 2015 and 16 on the Cubs.
I hate
Cy
Jake
Young year.
Arrieta.
I understand.
Well, no, I don't think you do. I hate him because he's on the Cubs. I dislike the Cubs. I don't like the Cubs. Was the moment iconic for just history? Yeah, it was. It was a great moment. MLB The Show, the video game. I have a friend that when I played, I could not. My team was a lot worse, but I'm a better player than him.
Right.
This motherfucker, every game he pitched Jake Arrieta, would cock slap home runs with Jake Arrieta. Inside the park home run.
Ooh.
Dude, I would hit him for 8 innings, take a lead, Arrieta, boom, stick. You're done. And I'm like, how the fuck is Jake Arrieta?
Him and Mad Bum, they're 2 of the best hitters as pitchers.
Mad Bum. Arrieta didn't do it for long enough, I don't think.
No, Mad Bum's better. I'm just saying Arrieta was there, and
Greinke too.
Yeah, no.
Greinke will swing the stick.
I think Bumgarner hit 2 off Greinke, right?
He fucking mashed Greinke.
And then Arrieta's hit some off Bumgarner, and I'm sure Bumgarner's hit some off Arrieta. But anyway, getting back to this Cubs thing. Let me finish here. Let me live my moment.
I just had to say that.
So we were going back to Indy for the final 3 games, and I'm like, or no, sorry, it was going to be 1-1-1. So game 5, you have, I think, Arrieta going. It might have been Lester. I think it was Lester because Lester was able to pitch in game 7. And it was just Cubs won, and then I think it was Game 6. It might have been 5 that the Indians just like took a shit. Like that was when I think that wasn't the World Series where the outfielders miscommunicated. I think that was Game 6. That was in Wrigley. No, it wasn't. But anyway,
I didn't have TV at that point in my life.
College?
I did in my dorm, but I couldn't get the channel, so I went in my car and listened to it on the radio. But it was cool. It was like old time, like you had to listen to it and you couldn't see it. So
there was a guy that his dad was a lifelong Cub fan, and he had passed away. So he went to him and his like wife and his family went to his gravesite and played the game on the radio.
Yeah, no, like I was it was iconic because I had to listen on the radio because my dorm was
that's pretty cool.
Nightmare. But no, actually, I was on the radio like listening to all the games. Like it was just brought me back like to how people used to. It was cool.
And yeah, no, absolutely. And then like you get to Game 7
in the Midwest, so a lot of Cubs fans.
Okay, yeah, Iowa, right?
Iowa, yeah. So I mean, there was a lot of fucking bumpkins out there, but
but I mean, so they pull it off and they get to Game 7, right? So it's 3-3. They're the ones winning. So they'd won the last 2. They finally won a game in Wrigley, and you're going back to Cleveland to play. And we're away team, so we're leading off. Dexter Fowler hits a home run right off the bat. So I'm like, okay, fuck, we're going, we're doing it. And that game was so back and forth. Like the Cubs took a little bit of a commanding lead. Like Chris Bryant's base running is so underrated in that game. He had impeccable base running and gave us extra runs that we ended up needing. And then so you just going through that game, it was crazy. And like I think they tied it 1-1 right after, but then like we came back and we're up 3-1. Grandpa Rossi came in and fucked up because Lester only can have one.
I hate Rossi.
Look,
I hate him.
Because Wilson, that was Wilson Contreras' rookie year. Great catcher that year and has been since. And then you pull him for Grandpa Rossi because he has to pitch. He has to catch for Lester. That's Lester's rule. So you know that's happening. Comes in Lester.
What is fuck you to Wilson Contreras though?
Kind of, but you have to understand the situation. Like that's your guy.
John Lester's a racist, is what it is.
No.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
They had a white catcher before Lester got there, and he made them get Ross, and then they.
You can be racist to white people. Controversial, I think it's very hard, but you can be. I would never get offended.
Different argument for a different.
Love crackers. I ate a whole pack of Ritz today.
Lester spikes one, goes off of Rossi's mask, bounces away. They score 2, stealing home on a wild pitch. So, I think that tied it up. Stadium was crazy for the Indians because they're still in it. Game was fucking nuts. And then Lester kind of locks in, gets them going. Next inning, Rossi fucking cock slaps one to dead center. Right over, I think it was Raji Davis, who I fucking hated that series because
you're a racist.
All he did was cock slap balls. But anyway, so that happened. There was crazy. I think Javi Baez hit a home run. I think Chris Bryant almost hit one, and then Albert Almora tagged on that long fly ball, got to second, which put us in scoring position to put us up. Crazy game. We put Chapman in too early, and whoever, I think it was Rajay Davis, fucking golfs at one, puts one out off the left field camera on the fence, ties the fucking game in the 8th inning. We leave Chapman in, he gets out of it, and then we put somebody else in for the 9th, or I think he pitched the 9th fucking too, gets us out of that, and then the rain delay, which was nuts for 30 minutes, that put both teams in the fucking locker rooms. Cubs come back out, go up 2 runs, and they win the World Series on a ground ball that Chris Bryant threw to Anthony Rizzo. He put it right in his pocket. Dude,
no, yeah. I don't know how we got on this fucking Cubs Indians.
I'm sorry. I went
a little rough. It's fine. It was a moment. I just want to know how Chris Bryant felt fielding that. He's fielded that ball
and he slipped
millions of times.
It was. I feel bad for the guy they put in because he was a pinch hitter who was batting 147 on the season, not good, but they had to put him in, and he chops one. Chris Bryant comes up and obviously playing third base that's your bread and butter play. It's a 2-hopper on the grass coming perfect.
That's what I'm saying. He's fielded that ball a million times.
Yeah, and it had rained. He did slip on it. The ball was wet. Throws a fucking strike to Rizzo. I
just want to know how he felt when that ball left to he knew because you played baseball. I've played a little bit. Basically when you throw it that's good or not.
Yeah.
That's it's different than a football. You throw a football, like, it's a little off, but that might squeeze it. Like, this is a baseball. Like,
No,
and
like,
this
you
man
know.
can't really move.
Right.
Like, if you have a receiver, he can adjust. Like, he can reach, stretch, but, like,
You might pick
when,
it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a runner on, like, there was a guy on second. Like,
Yeah, like, you...
and, like, I think they were down 1. We had let up a run, and they were down 1. We had 2 outs. And, I mean, throws it, slipping, and then just... you can see the camera angle, never lost focus. Rizzo literally was already celebrating as he fucking caught the ball. It was crazy.
No,
But, like,
I hate the Cubs. That was a great moment.
even as, like, not as a Cubs fan, like, you have to understand, like, that because that game, like, took the entire series, like, together. Like, it was back and forth. Really talented players were doing really talented acts of baseball. And, like, it was, like, everyone had, like, their own little moment. It was crazy. And then also, like, you had to know, this is the 2, like, whoever wins this Game 7, like, that was the 2 longest streaks of a World Series drought in the league. The Indians now hold the longest because the Cubs broke theirs at 106. It was 106. 8.
It was 108. I'm pretty sure.
It was 8.
Yeah.
But, 108 years to, like, 49, which is still incredibly long.
Yeah,
And,
that's a long time.
like, so you had to know, like so much was on the line, and it was, both teams had, like, done it right, like, had lost for a long time,
Yeah.
got their young core, had a strong pitching staff. I mean, but, like, that was also, Corey Kluber started Game 7.
Kluber was the man you wanted to throw.
And then you had Andrew Miller right after him.
Yeah.
And we got to both of them. Like, that was crazy, too. Like, it was the third time seeing both of those guys who was Cleveland's shut down people the entire year. And we finally got to him. We got Kluber out, I think, in the 4th or the 5th. Andrew Miller lasted an inning or 2. I think Rossi was the guy that put one out on him. I'm not sure. And it was great to fucking see. It was a hell of a moment. I know I've been going on this for probably 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah,
now.
no, you have. Yeah.
But that's what we're looking forward to doing for the rest of this next episode.
What the fuck are you even talking about anymore?
But hopefully that's the kind of
No, yeah, but that's
conversation
stuff like
we get
that.
into.
Yeah, stuff like that. Did want to update. Greg did from the last one. Did get his puzzle.
I did. Yeah. So actually, more to the
You gotta
story.
put a picture up that.
I will. Cool ass puzzle. It's right there, hanging up now. But so for those of you that don't know, because you didn't watch the fucking last episode, assuming that there
It's
are
a lot of you.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
So it was kind of an up and down ride with this puzzle company because, like, it was out of stock, and then I got an email that it was in stock, and then they weren't taking new orders, and then it went back in stock, and they were taking new orders, and then so I got I looked, checked new orders, out of stock. I'm like, motherfucker. So I signed up again to get the email that it's in stock. I checked later that day, out of stock again. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? This is just not meant to be.
No.
Then I signed up again for the email, get one more. It was in stock, ordered that bitch. It came here on Friday, and I finished it Friday night. I think it might have been Saturday.
It was. Yeah, listen to this. So I get off work. I am currently still working. I got a new job now that ours is closed. I work construction. Is it the best? No. Is
Daddy
it a job?
saved
Yeah, it is what it is. It sucks, but I do it. So I text Greg after work.
It's essential.
It's been a long week. I'm like, hey, a couple buddies are coming over. I'd love for you to come hang out.
It's not.
This is about 5. It's not how I said it, but
That's what he meant.
That's what I meant. He knew what I meant.
That message was received.
it's about 5 o'clock at this point. It's not very late. He says, I can't tonight. I'm tired. Greg doesn't work. Greg does school online. I'm like, what are you tired from? Doing nothing? He's like, oh, my sleep's messed up. And I'm like, you know what?
Which it has
Sorry
been.
for bothering you. So
Don't act like you took this much offense until I told you.
So he posts on his Snapchat story at 3:30 in the morning
I finished the puzzle.
that he's doing this puzzle.
Finished it.
So I didn't register at the time, but then we were talking about it, and I was like, you said you're fucking tired. What are
Now-
you doing at 3:30 in the morning doing a puzzle? Like,
To be
I'm not
fair-
worth a puzzle.
To be
I'm
fair.
less interesting than a puzzle.
To be fair, I was tired when Joe texted me. I was very tired. I didn't want to get out of bed. Now, this is kind of the vibe I was feeling. I had worked really hard on schoolwork all week, so I didn't have to do anything that weekend because I really just wanted to not worry about school for a couple of days.
And that's fair.
Which, yeah, understandable. Now, could I have sucked it up and gone and hanged out with the boys? Absolutely. However, I chose not to, and then, like I said, my sleep schedule was fucked up. That means, by that I mean, like, I've been sleeping, like, later in the day and then not able to sleep at night. Just not by choice. It just is how it's been going. So I got my little late burst of energy, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to go work on this puzzle for a little bit. And it's very surprising how fast time goes when you're doing a puzzle.
I've never really done a puzzle myself.
And it's like 1,000-something pieces. I don't know. But I'd put a couple hours into it, like, when I'd gotten it. Took a break and then went back at, like, I don't remember, I think 10 o'clock. And I look back at the clock. I'm like, oh, it's 1. Holy shit. And, like, I look at the box that I had my pieces in, and I'm like, well, there's not a lot left. I'm like, I'm going to keep doing it. And I was kind of tired, but I'm like, I can't stop yet. And, like, I look back over, I'm like, it's 2. Shit. I look back, I'm like, okay, look. I have, like, maybe 100 pieces left. I'm not going to wait to do this.
You don't. You
just can't. I'm like,
you didn't have to be up early for anything.
Exactly. So then I'm like, I finished it, look it back over. I'm like, it's like 3:20. I'm like, holy shit, but it's done. I'm proud of it. And that's where we're at. So, does Joe have a right to be mad about this? Yes.
Wasn't even bad. It was just like, you know.
Do I understand why?
Come on.
Yes. Am I sorry? Not completely.
I'm not looking for an apology. I'm just.
It was
interesting. That's all I'm saying.
It wasn't like I told you no because I plan on doing the puzzle.
It's funny because we did earlier in that week. Like, yeah, like, let's hang out.
I literally, those words came out. I'm like, yes, totally, like, Friday sounds great.
Invite me.
Please, like, if you guys are hanging out, let me know. I will be there. And I totally backed out on that. So, I will own that. And I apologize for that as, like, evidence of I was apparently not tired. But it's a great fucking puzzle. And it took me a long time. I think in total I put, like, 5 to 6 hours into it.
It's hard. It looks hard.
It was harder than I expected because, like, so there's a red border, so I got as many of the border pieces as I can. Yeah.
You'll see what the fuck we're talking about.
I got as many, like, border pieces as I could and, like, tried to put that together. And I'm, like, as I'm building it, I'm like, this is, like, a big-ass fucking puzzle. Like, there's no, like, dimensions that I saw in the box, like, clearly. I thought it was going to be, like, a 1 foot by 2 foot at the biggest. No, this fucker's, like, 3 by 2. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, this thing's getting big. And then I started, like, there's a lot of pieces that are very similar looking. And then, like, just like in color, and then the pieces are just fucking stupid. So it took me a long time. I started like trying to do the logos I recognized. So like I found the Blue Moon one first because like they stood out. Yeah. And then like when the Blue Moon logo was like this big, I'm like, holy shit, this puzzle's massive. And it took a long time. But
Snapchat.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, it's mom.
That's my mom.
Hey ma.
Yo, our streak. What happened?
Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
I lost my streak with my mom. We were almost at a hundo. Even my fucking mom won't keep a streak.
Damn.
You women ain't loyal. I'm telling you that right now.
It really be
not a single loyal woman.
It be your own mom.
Not a single loyal woman around. But that's okay.
Damn.
Whatever. You never gave him a hate to see it.
I really
know
didn't.
We're running on, but you never gave him a hate to see it.
What the fuck? I mean, I guess I can go just about like life here because currently with all the stuff going on, I did get an email from like my summer internship that I have set up that they don't know if they're going to continue.
Good money too.
Yeah, for Illinois, $13.50 an hour, man. That shit was.
Which here does not sound good, but over there apparently is good.
Yeah, minimum wage last time I checked in Chicago was like between $8 and $9. Like last time I was there, I don't know if it's gone up. I know Arizona it was going up 50 cents a year, and now it's at 12, which is great. Love it here. But like I was very excited. This is
good opportunity.
It's a great opportunity. It feeds into what I'm doing for school. It's going to set up future things, and now it's canceled. I did do this last summer, and they said they're glad to take me back this following summer, assuming everything's fine. The crazy thing is like this whole government thing is till the government lockdown is till the 30th of April, which is understandable. Totally get it. But like circumstantially, I'm going home the week before that on the 25th. So I'm like, I don't know if I should just try to get a job somewhere that might be hiring, even though everyone's looking for a job right now.
Greg might start sucking dick for crack.
Not going to happen. But
I might start sucking dick for crack.
That's all your choice. More power to you. But then, like, this internship is supposed to start in the first 2 weeks of May, but then, like, I'm going to need to get this drug screen just because, like, that's what you do for, like, with a municipality, so it's, like, a government thing, so you have to do it. But it's, like...
clean?
It's fine. Like, I'm not worried about that. However, like, I don't know if I'll be able to get one with all this stuff going on, and then like if this stuff ends, like they have to reopen, like it's gonna be a very
It's a bitch. It's gonna be a hassle.
weird week. So you hate to fucking see it. I'd really just rather coronavirus just fuck off and go away, and then life go back to normal.
Also, fortunately, Karl Anthony Towns, basketball player, mother did pass away.
Saw it from Bleacher Report.
Saw it from Coors Light, who is also sponsoring us.
They're not. Yeah. Prayers out to him.
That's just she died of complications from the coronavirus. From what I've heard,
she was unhealthy beforehand,
but
she had her.
You
health.
you don't want to see that anyways. That's
right.
Just not good.
It sucks. It sucks if it's anyone, but it sucks that it's such a public figure, someone that's we know and in the sporting world. So prayers out to him. Sorry, Kat. Condolences to you and your family.
Yeah.
And everyone else out there having similar circumstances with all this stuff going on. Hopefully, everyone's just staying safe.
Get a hobby. If you're not able to work,
build a puzzle.
Yeah, if you're not able to work, I'm telling you, get a hobby. I'm the worst at it. If I was not working right now, I would be going insane. I mean, I don't do a lot at my house as it is.
Right, like it's kind of.
I don't game. I don't.
Like I'm kind of enjoying like the solitude of it. To an extent.
The difference, but the difference is, Greg has roommates. Greg is always around people where he's like, damn, I wish I had
that is
5
true.
seconds. I am always alone. Like I have no roommates.
And like now you like are supposed to be alone. Like
now,
you
like
can't do anything.
Yeah. So like for me,
no,
I'm always like,
sense.
yo, I have this solitude all the time.
Right.
Now, and also I'm like, yo, someone hang out. So now it's just like everybody that wanted that is like, yo, I got it. Now I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, I get that. No, it's a really
but work
really
keeps
weird
you busy.
time.
It sucks, but it is good because I would be losing my mind just sitting at home.
You know what I got to tell you, Joe? You're gonna like this one.
Okay.
A wise man once said, "Ain't nothing a beer can't fix."
And you know what? He wasn't wrong.
Thomas Rhett, we love you. All right, I think that's it, everybody. We'll come at you next week with that bracket of
we'll
famous
give you
moments.
Something next week, like always.
Anything you want to see on there?
Yeah.
Shoot us a comment on here. We'll
or Instagram or Twitter.
We'll argue for it.
Share it with your friends. Say, look at these two fucking idiots.
Yeah, make fun of us. We don't care. We just
if we did something.
We need the streams to
Joe's
go up.
ugly, Greg's fat, whatever.
We would understand. I won't be hurt by it.
I've heard it.
The rules are, you can't get offended. We live by that.
And that's true.
Unless it's from each other.
Yeah.
But all right, everyone, stay safe. Hope you're all doing well. Talk to you next week.